Hello there and welcome to this brand spanking new edition of 5RoundMMA. My name is Alex Ramirez, alongside Ms. Albert Cita and Guillermo Cita. For people who don't know, we are based in Southern California, and I'm glad to see everybody made it over because of this horrible rainstorm we had, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of days of rain.
We needed some rain.
A couple of days of rain, and California freaks out if you have to watch the news the
I
whole
was
week.
freaking out the whole
Yeah,
weekend.
just get the sandbags and your all that stuff, the floodgate.
I built a brick
I've never
wall.
seen so many car accidents in
Yeah,
like
that's one thing.
short period of time.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It was. I mean, like I woke up like Friday morning and it was like 15 accidents on the freeway. But Californians we're weather wimps, right?
Yeah, we're spoiled on the weather side.
Really. So a big news this week in the world of mixed martial arts. Obviously, the biggest news was TRT is officially banned. The Nevada Athletic Commission banned it from all future events. UFC said they're going to adopt that policy when they're overseas or abroad and
What places that don't have a commission?
they don't commission. So that's it. But we'll talk about that a little later on. As for right now, I want to play a new game called What the Tweet. So this game, actually, TRT was such a big news that Twitter was blowing up with fighters' reactions to the news, right? So this game, I handpicked 5 tweets from 5 random fighters about the TRT situation.
I personally know a lot of fighters, so I might be able to get this.
So I'm going to read each tweet, and then I'm going to give you guys 3 options, and you guys pick who said that tweet. Okay? Oliver, you want to play? Oliver, Charlie? Let's do it. All right, let's go. All right, so the first tweet is this one's a little edited, so because there's a big giveaway in it, so I edited it so you guys. Okay. So the first tweet. So TRT is officially banned in Nevada. You could argue I only have 1 loss on my record. After I beat blank, I want my shot at the title.
That's pretty easy.
Hold on, let me give you the options.
No,
Hold on, let me give you the options. Is it A, Jake Shields, B, Michael Bisping, or C, Hector Lombard? Guillermo.
See Hector Lombard?
B, Michael Bisping.
Oliver, Charlie, who you got?
You don't even know who you did.
I was actually gonna say B.
Oh.
B, Bisping. That was sent by the Count Michael Bisping.
Oh, my
Told
God.
you.
So 1 point for.
Come on, you remember how much he was crying after that loss?
Yeah, but I thought he had more than 1 loss.
So yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. So you can follow Michael Bisping at Bisping. Second one, no more TRT. Yes, my 400-pound bench is going to come in handy. Was it A, Derek Brunson, B, Anthony Johnson, or C, Alistair Overeem? Oliver Trolley?
C.
Albert?
It was A, Derek Brunson.
Guillermo?
Is it?
You're supposed to guess. Come on.
I know. This
Derek
is hard for
Brunson,
me.
Anthony Johnson. Who would say that, you think?
Alistair Overeem.
Derek Brunson.
Boom! What did I say?
That's 2 for 2 for Albert.
I'm telling you.
You
I
go-
just can't. I don't want to agree with him. That's why I try to go somewhere.
So everybody can follow Derek Brunson on Twitter at Derek Brunson MMA. The third one, I'm okay with Nevada Commission banning TRT, but if they start checking ice cream levels, I'm going to be really upset. Was it A, Tim Kennedy, B, Chad Mendez, or C, Joe Lozon? Albert, go first.
C, Joe Lozon. Boom!
Guillermo, go.
I'll go A.
Oliver Charlie? Nope, it was C, Joe Lozon. Guillermo's getting kind of mad.
Man, I know he's not on Twitter. That's what gets me.
Have you ever seen these tweets? Or just
You
like
think I'm not on Twitter? I know everything.
really?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I
Okay.
See, you're Steven.
See,
I'm on everything. All right, you guys don't understand. I got guys here, guys there.
Okay, next one. Next one. Nevada.
He's on Twitter right now.
Are you on
I'm
Twitter right now?
Twitter.
You see, I can't see
I'm
the
on
screen.
Twitter. Look.
Okay.
All right.
He's on
I'm gonna
Wikipedia,
say
even
we're gonna.
worse.
Hey, don't be telling people I'm wrong.
Wikipedia. That's horrible. That's your news source. Did you write papers in college because of Wikipedia? Did you?
I cannot confirm nor deny
Oh
that.
my god. So next one. Nevada just banned the use of synthetic testosterone for fighters. Blank just got real. Literally. Was it A, Uriah Faber, B, Dwayne Ludwig, or C, Joe Rogan? Oliver Charlie, go first. Albert.
See Joe Rogan.
Guillermo.
I'll say B. Just 'cause I don't
Joe Rogan is the right answer.
Ah!
You have got 0 right so far.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you know any MMA fighters.
I mean, just okay. This is the last one. Blank looks like I will have to retire earlier than 65 now. Was it A, Chael Sonnen, B, Daniel Cormier, or C, Isaac Valley Flag?
That one's a pretty easy one. like Guillermo
Guillermo go.
Ciao, Sonnen.
Albert go.
I'm gonna say C. Whatever.
Isaac Flag. Ollie Charlie. Albert got all 5 right. You can follow Joe Rogan on Twitter at Joe Rogan, Joe Lozon at Joe Lozon, and then Isaac Flag at.
Next time, can you come up with the harder
IKEVS.
Twitter?
These are like all relevant. I mean, like, come on.
You could just go to the 5RoundMMA Twitter and see that we retweeted these.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But
Oh, we didn't?
no, but Albert was 5 for 5, amazingly. You like the Rain Man or something? You think? Some form of like. Can you count cards too? Ollie Charlie got 2 right, and Guillermo got a whopping 0 right.
For all you athletes out there, we got a very important interview coming up.
Yeah, or if you just want to stay hydrated, right?
Yeah.
So we have a great interview with Me Strength spokesman Ted Rosina. So stick around, guys.
If we do the tweets on soccer, basketball, or football, I bet you I beat this guy.
Good thing this is 5RoundMMA and not two half soccer. So
I'll keep that in mind next time we play What the Tweet. So stick around, guys.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, join us now on the 5-Round MMA hotline brought to you by Redemption Martial Arts. Make sure you go visit redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can get involved with the movement to stop bullying. Joining us now is Ted Rosinas from ME Strength. Ted, how you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Good. I want to thank you for taking the time off your busy schedule to speak to us for a little bit.
No, absolutely. It's my pleasure.
So, what is ME Strength?
So, Me Strength is a 5 electrolyte, 5 grams of creatine, no calorie, no sugar, no carbohydrate, no preservative drink mix. It comes in 5 flavors, and it's a pre and post workout hydration supplement that is easily poured into water. It's not an energy drink. It's not akin to Red Bull or Monster or any of those things that your listeners are probably very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's literally been designed and created to improve hydration, and with a little bit of creatine, again, 5 grams of creatine, it helps to really just rebuild muscles after you're working out.
Yeah, if the people go to mestrength.com, they can see exactly what the product looks like. The little packets, is that just the super convenient? You can pour it in your bottle of water or your water bottle and just go, right? How is that in the design phase to have it like almost as portable as possible?
Yeah, so what we did, and the founder of Me Strength a few years ago when it was going through the original creation phase, it took about 18 to 24 months to really get the product from the idea of let's create Me Strength to actually having the powder delivered in these packets. And what we saw is most people go to local supplement store and they get these big, huge containers.
Yeah, we know about that.
You know, so you have to basically structure when you take your hydration supplement around what are you going to do with that big container.
Yeah.
And so what we decided was we said, look, it's much easier. People are bringing their own water bottles to the gym now. Let's just put it in a simple stick pack, and people can, pour it in their water bottle in the car. They can do it when they're walking to the gym. They can do it at a stoplight if they're riding their bike to the gym.
Yeah.
And so convenience was really key. It's very easy to tear off the top half of the stick pack and just dump it in the water.
Yeah, I know there's almost like a whole business now. Like for that, you gotta buy the big tube of your stuff, then you gotta buy the special bottle to blend it, and the special bottle with the packet so you can carry it with you if you're working out after work. So it's kind of like super convenient, I think, anyways.
Yeah, and the beauty of Me Strength is that you don't even need one of those blender shaker bottles.
Yeah.
One of the things that took a while to actually when the Me Strength was being created was making sure that the solubility in water was almost instantaneous.
Mm-hmm. So
it literally can be poured in just a simple plastic water bottle or a water jug without one of those shaker balls.
And then, real quick too, a lot of athletes like to focus a lot on the protein and don't worry a lot about the hydration. Can you just give us like in a quick synopsis of how important it really is to be hydrated as an athlete and how it's actually pretty more important than the protein?
Sure. So, look, my area of focus is on protein, so I'll focus on hydration. Mm-hmm. Most people, believe it or not, we wake up dehydrated. Most people go throughout their day dehydrated. It's not widely known. We often don't realize it because there are varying stages of dehydration. But we all know that when we're, participating in some high endurance activity, whether you're running on elliptical, whether you're boxing, I box, whether you're like Michelle Massicot, one of our ambassadors, one of RMA's ambassadors, who's a big kickboxer and is getting into more MMA style fighting. Hydration is key. We all know that when we get dehydrated in a given activity, how quickly and rapidly our performance falls off. And so what Me Strength was really designed to do was it was designed to make sure that when you enter your workout or your high endurance activity, you're going in with the 5 electrolytes that your body really needs to perform at the highest level. And there's a key, it's scientific, and I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but Me Strength was created to be isotonic. And that's super important, and I don't want to get too far into the science behind it, but the electrolytes that are in Me Strength are in the exact same proportion in the stick pack as they are in your body.
Oh, wow.
And what happens when drinks aren't isotonic is your body has to use a lot of energy to actually digest the product you just consumed. With Me Strength, because it was designed to be in the same proportion as the ingredients already in your body doesn't spend any energy digesting Me Strength. It immediately goes into your bloodstream, and you get immediate results from having just consumed Me Strength.
Oh.
And that, again, the reason why it took 18 to 24 months to create Me Strength is we were really careful and cognizant of wanting to have all of these properties in the drink mix that we created.
And with the care and the patience you had in developing this product, this is a product truly for everybody, just for the person who works out in the gym to the elite athlete, correct?
It is. And look, the Me Strength can also be consumed. I take about a half of Me Strength sitting at my desk.
Yeah, just get through the day, right? Yeah.
And it's really nothing more than just electrolytes with a tad bit of creatine. People get worried about creatine when
true.
It's in 30, 40, 50 grams.
Yeah.
Right? Me Strength has 5 grams of creatine, and also one of the misperceptions is that our body creates creatine naturally. And it's not anything that's not already in the body. And so it's a supplement that gives energy back to your muscles. That's all it is.
And now, can I just know a little bit about the partnership you have with like the MMA fighters, first of all, with Me
Sure.
Strength?
So one of the things about Me Strength, we're very proud of the product that we have, but we also want to make sure that in building out our business, that we're constantly partnering with people that have a similar view on the right business community involvement and care about issues that we care about, is both as a company but also individually. And so when Mark came to me about RMA and the anti-bullying cause, it was a no-brainer for us to get involved and try and support their efforts.
Yeah, sticking with that, I know this is a product, like you said, for everybody else. With the getting exposure with the to the people, how's it like, making sure you get the right person to embrace and endorse your product?
So we care greatly, right? You only get to build your brand once, and you guys know that. Anyone who's, whether you're part of a big company or a small company, that's everything. And so when we, for example, I'll go back to Michelle. We take great care in not only supporting great athletes. We want our athletes to be successful. We want them to be winners. But we also want to support great people.
And she's awesome, by the way, too. We had her on.
Yeah, I think she was on your program very recently. Actually.
Yeah, she's completely awesome. We loved having her on.
She's a great story. And we have other people. And Jeremy Raymer is another ambassador of ours, and he's working his tail off to make the U.S. Taekwondo Olympic team. And so, we support people that are humble, are great athletes, and we try and give them a little bit of an edge by supporting them with our product.
Hey, Ted, that's great stuff. We know you're busy. We'll let you go. People can visit mestrength.com. Follow them on Twitter @mestrength. They got great products, great deals. Ted, we want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We really appreciate your time, and this is an awesome product I think we're going to start using from now on, right, guys?
Yep.
Hey, I'd be remiss if I don't mention one more thing. If you enter code RNA14, you'll get a discount in the store. 15% of all sales in the month of March
Well, there you
are
go.
being donated back to RMA.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
People they need to send them
So
more.
we have a big fundraising effort going on for them this month as well.
That's great, man. Great product, great cause. Ted, thank you very much.
Hey, guys, I appreciate it. Have a great one.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, welcome back. I want to thank Ted Rosinas from Me Strength for the great interview. Like we said earlier, we touched upon at the beginning of the show, there's a ton of news this week in the MMA community. The biggest bombshell was the Nevada Athletic Commission banning TRT. Just give me your reactions on the ban itself. Guillermo, go.
What was the question again? Sorry.
This guy.
Right. I was paying attention, Alex. I
The
thought
TRT ban. Your overall reaction to it, your thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Just at the ban in general.
well, when I saw it, it's funny that my first thought is Vitor Belfort.
Really?
Was my first thought, and the only thing I can think of is the only reason this happened was because of Vitor Belfort.
Well, my first reaction was Vitor Belfort as well, but I was like, oh, there goes Machida getting another title shot. That's my second.
We'll touch about that a little bit later on. I think this. I wrote an article about the TRT
And
ban.
you wrote the article pretty quick. I kid you, I was up like an hour after the news broke.
But
What you could check out at Overtime.
OvertimeNation.com.
Yeah, changed that.
And or FiveRoundMMA.com, whichever you prefer.
Yep.
But cause before we check back, I was a big advocate of the TRT ban, and like we got to stop this, and Vitor Belfort's being wrong.
Yeah.
And then I thought of it as a whole when I was trying to piece together all the information, and then I saw all the fighters who were allowed exemptions for TRT use. I mean, like it was Vitor Belfort, like Chael Sonnen, Frank Mir, Bigfoot Silva, and like Dan Henderson. I thought to myself, other than Vitor Belfort, the rest of the list isn't really
Relevant.
relevant. So like, is TRT? I mean, obviously he's keeping him around, but other than Vitor Belfort, none of these guys are really knocking guys out or challenging for a title. So do you think this in a way became a witch hunt for Belfort?
Yeah,
maybe?
I think that's exactly what it was, because why is it that now it happens when he's headlining in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
When these previous fighters have fought there, and we never really hear him. I mean, I know that the Nevada Commission got a new commission, but I really do think that this was a witch hunt.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a witch hunt because if you think about it, Dan Henderson was in line to get a title shot before
with
Vitor
John
Belfort.
Jones, right, yeah.
Vitor Belfort fought John Bone Jones for the title, unless they knew that he had no chance to win those fights.
Ollie, can you hit the conspiracy theory button? Because I'm about to give you some conspiracy.
Okay,
Go for it.
Because this is what I thought once I started really thinking about it. One was, if you're a promoter, wouldn't you want your champions to always speak perfect English and not be that will follow the guidelines that you set out?
Well,
I think Vitor Belfort, if you really think about it, Vitor can't speak good English. Let's keep it real. He can't speak good English, and he's kind of a wild card. He kind of shoots.
He's been champion before. What does that make?
How long ago though? How long ago was this?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I think.
let me finish. Let me finish. Then we'll see if it holds water.
And then Dana White, I think at the end of the day, prefers Chris Weidman being the champion a little bit longer now that his big champions are gone, GSP, whatever. Because he has a guy that's the perfect American. He has a good backstory. The guy speaks perfect English. And guess what? He's going to listen. He's not going to do some crazy promo or shoot some wild thing that they're not going to be able to expect. And I think for now, the time being, he prefers to have this American champion.
And this is why it doesn't make sense. Obviously, you're taking Machida over Weidman. Obviously. So Machida's going to dethrone him, according to you. I think Machida is a better fighter. I think Machida's going to win.
Hit the button, Ollie. Hit the button.
What's the button? What button? There's no button. What button?
Machida has been taking English classes since last year. He's actually a blue belt in English right now.
Oh, yeah?
So he is getting a lot better. If you see, he's dressing a lot nicer.
Is he reading Dr. Seuss books now? Is that like the first level into English learning?
Okay, GSP didn't speak perfect English. Anderson Silva doesn't speak perfect English. Jose Aldo doesn't speak English at all.
Renan
Barao doesn't speak English at all. How does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. I think you're just trying to make your own conspiracies in your own head because you're anti-Dana White,
if you were to prefer a challenger over a Belfort or Machida at the moment, Belfort is a sexier pick, just because like all this the before this all the drama surrounding him.
Yeah.
So and then him just devastating knockout people, and like he's very strong on social media. He's been calling for title shots. He was a sexier pick. So I mean, your conspiracy might be leaking the boat, bro.
Yeah, I think
And maybe just a little bit.
that's why I don't think it's a witch hunt. I think it was just time for it to
it's
be.
like, oh, TRT's gone. Yeah, now all these guys who are using TRT are out of here. Oh, you know,
Yeah, but
Vitor Belfort,
all the main fighters don't use
Mir, Chael Sutton, Bigfoot Silva. These guys are all not really relevant except for Vitor Belfort. So
That's what I'm saying. It's not a witch hunt. I think it was due time. I think the UFC was tired of that being the main storyline, especially coming with the title fight coming up. It's why TRT again. It's like they get rid of one fight that had TRT in the storyline, and then again here it comes again, being the top story instead of being the fight itself.
Yeah. Well, Belfort was going to apply for exemption to use TRT.
But real quick, if it wasn't a witch hunt, then why would they do it now? You think an epidemic has to break out to really go and cancel it? Like, there's a lot of supplements out there that's legal and does similar stuff, but yet no one talks about them.
If it was a witch hunt, there's so many fighters doing it. It wasn't just on Vitor Belfort.
There wasn't a lot of fighters.
He was the most
a handful
successful
one.
Yeah.
But before that, Dan Henderson was on a run himself.
That's true too. But I think,
but he never. No one ever really questioned Dan Henderson for some reason.
Bring Dan Henderson down to middleweight.
Everybody questioned Vitor Belfort. Everybody questioned him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He doesn't want to cut weight.
Every single time Vitor kept winning, they would bring that up. When Dan Henderson won, no one brought it up. No one even cared.
Well, when Bigfoot Silva got the draw from
Mark Hunt,
they just he got elevated testosterone and
he got swept under the rug. Have you heard of anything about Bigfoot Silva now?
Nope.
But IQ Vitor every single time.
Chael Sutton takes it. So, but I don't know. I think it's I don't know. It just kind of
I think they put more emphasis on Vitor Belfort, but doesn't mean they were just after Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, true. So obviously Belfort out. He said that he was going to apply for an exemption. But after this, he said he wanted to, I guess, train without. Or he said that
Ollie Charlie, that's a point for me, right?
Yeah.
What?
I think he said that because he's currently on the therapy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't test negative for the test, right? So that's why he's like, I'm not gonna have time.
Yeah, and plus his doctor said that he needs 90 days.
Yeah.
To officially get a TRT and be able to do the same type of workouts he did without it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take 90 days for his body to actually adapt to it.
Yeah. So he said that was the reason why he bought out of the fight. That he will face the winner of Weidman and Machida. Machida steps in. I thought Machida had a broken foot, but I guess not. But he'd be ready by May.
He tweeted out a picture when he saw his doctor. It was actually just really swollen, really bad. But other than
usually
that,
when it's really swollen, they can't take X-rays, or they can take X-rays, but they can't really do anything else besides a quick X-ray.
Yeah, but it was just his foot. But he said he was perfectly fine, and he would be good. If you really think about it, he has 6 weeks. So
and
you got 3 weeks to recover, and then
I think that's good amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Next, UFC Tough China finale took place this weekend as well. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anybody on the China show. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't either.
I can't even tell you who won.
But the main event did hold some water because Stun Gun scored another knockout.
He actually stunned.
Again, no pun. It's a horrible pun. Oliver, take a porn away.
What? No,
take a porn away, Oliver.
Yeah, because Stun Gun has 2 stuns.
Yeah. So my question is to you, Stun Gun, vicious elbow KO of Max Holloway. This is the second KO in a row.
Yeah, Eric Silva.
Right before that. Should Stun Gun be in the conversation with the Daniel Hendricks, Robbie Lawler, Carlos Condit, Tariq Seferdine, Hector Lombard type of guys?
I think he should. I think he's being the guys he needs to be mentioned at least in that top conversation to be fighting those top 5 guys.
I remember when he beat Eric Silva, it wasn't more that Stun Gun beat him. It was like, Eric Silva's just not ready yet.
Yeah, that's what. Instead of crediting him more for the fight.
But like Alex likes to say, is he beat who he was supposed to beat.
So he was supposed to be Max Holloway?
He was supposed to be Max Holloway?
Wow. That's a
or John Hathaway. He was supposed to be John Hathaway.
I wouldn't say that because John Hathaway had that big upset against Sanchez. He actually went on a roll. He did lose to I think it was Mike Pyle. But other than that, I mean, the guy was tearing up.
Who's a bigger name, John Hathaway or Dong Young Kim? Dong Young Kim. So Stun Gun, it was supposed to be John Hathaway.
Yeah, and it was an Asian market, so you think.
But real quick before we leave, he has already fought the top breed. I mean, he lost to Carlos Condit and Damian Maia.
Okay, so you think that's
and those are the ones that are very relevant. That's I think where he's at.
Well, I think Damian Maia is dropping down a little bit.
And
now.
he already has losses on these guys, though. Is what I'm trying to say.
So what, is he just middle of the pack guy? And maybe this
I
is
don't
the
know.
second run, you think,
His knockout performances.
That's what I'm saying. These are 2 pretty quick knockouts.
Yeah. He would have to fish someone like Jake Shields, I think, or
Jake Ellenberger,
and
give
get a
Tim
win over
Boach
them.
again.
He needs to go back up, though, Tim Boach. But Yeah, so Stun Gun back in the mix. I
Tim
think.
Boach is at 185.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'll let Charles keep
It's
score.
just and well, no, it's just because Dong Young Kim was winning that fight, so
Yeah.
I think he needs to avenge that one.
But then Kim didn't fight Tim Boach.
I think probably think you should call me.
You're,
Oh,
yeah, you
Shin
should
Kami.
call me wrong.
Damn, that is minus point.
All right, so next, other big news I want to talk about because I think a little weird going on. Gilbert Melendez did re-sign with the UFC after a long rumor that he had a deal with Bellator. I just want you guys' opinion on this real quick. How does agent do? He got him a new deal, and he got him a coaching spot on Tough against Anthony Pettis and Natasha afterwards. I thought it was funny that as soon as Dana White said, "Oh, I'm not negotiating with it anymore," a deal was done within a week. Can you guys talk? What you guys maybe think about that? Is it Dana White's? Is Dana White really doing stuff in the background, or is it just kind of like is he hurting or helping these deals, or how much you think of influence he has on signing fighters and contracts and all that stuff?
I think he's just hot air. To be honest, Dana White.
Kind of like this the guy. Just go on the
Yeah,
podium and
he's
talk,
like,
right?
I'm the guy in charge. I make the rules, not you guys.
Yeah.
But deep down inside, he's part of the negotiations. I'm pretty sure he is. You guys talked about him being like the poster boy coming up in that what is it, the lightweight?
Oh,
and-
Gilbert Melendez. Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't want to lose him to Bellator, so at the end of the day, it's like, okay, he already signed a deal with Bellator. I
Yeah.
got to get this done.
Yeah, but you know, I think it's funny that as soon as Dana White, I'm out, I'm done with talking to him, and then a week later, Lorenzo Fertitta's taking over the negotiations, and it's done.
No, I think Dana White had it was
Just better things to do, or just like
Yeah.
No,
like-
no. I've always said it. I really think Dana White is the middleman, and Lorenzo Fertitta is the main guy.
Mhm.
I showed Charlie an interview of Lorenzo Fertitta actually, and he spoke way better than Dana White. I think he got the same questions that I know Dana White will get upset from. And yet he was able to answer them perfectly correct, whatever. And Dana White has said it. If I can't, Vitor deals with Lorenzo because if Dana White can't deal with them, Lorenzo does. But these are high profile fighters.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to point out was, if Bellator would have picked up Melendez, I think we would have had the Monday Night Wars again. I think that would have been enough.
But should it get that close? Should a fighter?
think the
of
whole
caliber-
camp
it
would-
shouldn't get that
it
close.
shouldn't get that close,
But
right? I mean,
Bellator was this close of almost
Stealing the whole camp.
Yeah.
Because if they get them, then I think they were gone left.
Because
the
look
whole
who's
scrap
complaining
pack,
now.
Yeah, exactly.
They would-
Nick and Nate.
Yeah. And all they care about is the dollar.
Yeah.
They would have switched over, and then slowly
Jake
but surely
Shields.
you
I
would
just
start
thought,
building up.
a guy that's that caliber it shouldn't get that close.
No,
to
no,
where
it
you lose
shouldn't.
him, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but
Technically, he was supposed to fight the champion because it was a close fight against Spencer. Nobody
Yeah.
would have argued if they would have gotten an immediate rematch.
yeah. Do you guys like the tough season? Him and Anthony Pettis? No.
I think they should just.
I think they're
Are they
both. They're not good for TV. People forget that Ultimate Fighter. It's not about the skill of the coaches, but the personality of the coaches.
Yeah.
That's why the Chael Sonnen's one's been
Well,
so
I mean,
successful.
yeah.
But
I-
we talked about it before. Tough one. They built the stars off the fighters in the show.
Yeah.
So I mean, after the Tough, we got to know these fighters.
Yeah.
It's like the winner. Who are they?
I just hope it's not like I haven't seen the weight classes. I hope it's just not middleweight and welterweight again. They have that every season. But I mean, like I think Lorenzo Fertitta and the UFC saw the value in Gilbert Melendez, Mexican-born fighter. They need that. Obviously, they want that stock, that fan base, because look what they do with Ken Velasquez, the guy Eric Perez. I mean, Gilbert Melendez.
Yeah, they need their Mexican
Proud
stars.
El
Well,
Nino.
they just need Gilbert Melendez to speak up a little bit more.
Yeah, well, they've been putting him on the ESPN show. They put him on Fox Sports. That's what I thought when he was going to leave Bellator. I'm all, dude, they're giving him a
You've
big
been pushing
push.
him so
They're, like
much,
he's
yeah.
on he's doing the broadcast. They don't just give that job to anybody. But I just think it was kind of weird they got that far and then Dana White had to step out and then Fertitta stepped in and the deal was done like almost automatically. I just thought it was something a little weird there. But last piece of news is UFC Fight Night returns with Alexander Gustafsson.
It's gonna be on the Fight Pass.
He's in fight in London. Maybe this is the fight he was supposed to. People say next time he fight, it should have been against John Jones. Does he have everything to lose in this fight?
Alexander
Yeah.
has everything to lose. If he loses, he literally starts back in square one, and he just pretty much put over.
But even if he wins-
Jimmy Manua.
But even if he wins, where does that really leave him?
Well, that's what it says. It's kind of like he obviously. Well, I mean,
They should have given him Daniel Cormier. That's what they should have done.
yeah, but like I asked you guys last week when you said Darren Cormier should be next in line no matter what,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So with the win, he's still behind Cormier.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's
do
not
think
fair
so.
for Alexander
It's
Gustafsson.
it's not, but I think this is what happens if John Jones loses against Glover Teixeira.
Which is
John
not.
Jones gets Alexander Gustafsson.
Win or lose, if Gustafsson loses or wins.
No, if win or
Too
lose,
much what ifs.
I think that matchup. If John Jones loses,
Confusing.
Minus point.
if John Jones loses, he fights Alexander Gustafsson regardless of how Alexander Gustafsson's
Really?
fight comes out. I
Wow.
think so. If he loses,
Okay.
if Alexander Gustafsson wins, I think he just fights the loser out of that fight,
Mhm.
or he just fights another somebody until they can put him up against John Jones again.
So basically,
Because I think that's the moneymaker, John Jones.
no
and Alexander
matter what,
Gustafsson.
I don't think that's the
Is
moneymaker. I think
Gustafsson
John
two
Bones
fights
Jones
away
versus
from
Daniel
top?
Cormier is the moneymaker.
But
Look
you
at
think, like, the rematch, though?
look at the
rematch.
UFC
Yeah,
cover.
it
Who won
is-
the UFC cover?
it is-
Alexander Gustafsson.
It is
That's the
gonna
moneymaker.
draw money, but I think Cormier versus John Bones Jones will draw the most money.
Well, I think it'd be better smack talk, obviously.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
too.
we saw with Cormier's last fight against Patrick Cummins, he's willing to go the extra mile to sell the fight.
Yeah,
So, but is Alexander Gustafsson 2 fights away from a title shot again?
I think so. I think this, like I said, this fight alone, it doesn't propel him over Daniel Cormier, and a loss really brings him down
Yeah.
a lot.
So I guess if, for people who don't know his opponent, Jimmy Manua, right?
Boy, beat my boy Ryan Jimbo.
Yeah,
last-
nicknamed the poster boy from England. He's 14-0, 14-0 with 13 knockouts.
Yep.
Wow.
And 1 submission. I like how.
Well, the last 2 fights were because of injuries. So.
Yeah, but like as soon as he wasn't in the UFC's top 15, but as soon as his fight was announced, he was bumped
Yeah,
like
he
to
was up there.
like 12 or something
Wolf
like that.
tickets, man.
I know, but it's funny. So I think so they could put a number by his name. But yeah, I do kind of agree. I think Alexander Gustafsson has the most to lose in this fight. I think so. We'll lose for him anyway.
Maybe
so.
the other guy, maybe I haven't seen him enough, but maybe he is really good. It's just how can you
Yeah, his last 2 fights, he beat Ryan Jimmo.
Yeah, but it was an injury.
Yeah.
But he was winning the fight. I give him that. But real quick, enough talk about the main event, because I really think we're putting too much steam in it.
Okay.
Gunnar Nelson makes his return on this card, and I
Is that your boy, Gunnar
I really like
Gunnar Nelson.
I like Gunnar Nelson too. He's undefeated, and we haven't seen him in a while. The last time he fought was February 16th of last year.
Mhm.
So it's good to finally see him back again.
I just know when we went to Vegas, this guy didn't want to put money on Gunnar Nelson.
because he was the favorite. You never put money on the favorite. You gotta go for the underdog. Everybody knows that.
Also, the co-main event's also Michael Johnson versus Melvin Gillard. Michael Johnson seems to be the bright spot in the Black Zillions, right?
Yeah, and I think he's been wanting fights back to back to back.
And then
Trying
this
to
is
move up the
there's
ladder real
another former camp versus past camp, whatever. Team Jackson versus a former Team Jackson. So
Yeah.
it makes a good story. That's about it.
Yeah. So that's it for today, you guys. You want to talk about anything else?
Nope.
No,
Anything else? No.
that covers it.
So I think the biggest question of the day so far remaining is all of the Charlie, who is today's top-rated star of the show? All right.
wow.
My first win. The top-rated star was brought to you by Top Rated MMA. Go
He was
shop.
gonna say Albert. It's just he knew it would be
He knew you would
too
get
much
three
3
conspiracy,
in a row would have
Yeah.
been kind of pushing it, huh?
and he didn't want to give it to me,
Yeah.
so he automatically gives it to Alex. Wow.
Top-rated star of the day was brought to you by Top Rated MMA, makers of 100% American-made MMA apparel. Go shop topratedmma.com and follow them on Twitter at topratedmma. I want to thank everybody. Ted Rosinas from Me Strength. I want to thank our Redemption Martial Arts for hooking up with the interview. Go to redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can get involved in the movement to stop bullying. And I want you all guys to go to the Madhouse clothing line. Go shop themadhouse.com and follow them on Twitter at the Madhouse MMA. And while you're on Twitter following them, follow us. Follow Redemption Martial Arts and hashtag MMA Against Bullying for your chance to win a free T-shirt. The Madhouse clothing line, clothes for the fighter and fight fanatic. Also, when you're on the internet, laptop, all that good stuff, make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. We're also on Podomatic, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So if you're for all of our Android friendly viewers out there, we're on Podomatic. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Be sure to check out. We are part of the Overtime Nation, so go to overtimenation.com. You can see all of our weekly editorials, commentaries, and also just the overall great sports website.
And then also follow San Marino Valley College as we tweet out as we cover
Speaking
the
of
games.
sports coverage, right?
If you're a sports fan out there.
This guy does all kinds of stuff: soccer, basketball. So overtimenation.com, and also always check out FiveRoundMMA.com. Albert, take us away.
Real quick, before I do my thank yous, you should go check out Win Rises. It came out this previous Friday. Awesome animation. Just throwing that out there. WWE Network.
Come on, Ali Charlie, that's a negative point for him.
The winner has already been declared.
The WWE Network came out last week. I think.
Have you slept it all since it came out? 24
no,
hours?
I've been checking it out. It's awesome. It's had its glitches, but not as much as the Affordable Care Act website I heard. So that's pretty good. That's no Sean Obama, because I am an Obama lover.
Ever since he got his free health or
free healthcare.
Right? And so real quick, thank our executive producer Guillermo Cita, our engineer Ollie Trolley,
we'll get up next week.
Our sound engineer Steven Roswell with Roswell Records, and thanks everybody for listening. Please go watch When Rises.
Cream of the crop.
Are they paying you?